Hello everyone, it's Gigabeef here, and today we're going to be looking at the new most accurate suppressed sniper rifle in Escape from Tarkov, which has dethroned our previous winner, the SV98. Of course, this new contender is the AXMC, added in patch 12.12.30. As a bolt-action rifle, it's eligible for the Tarkov shooter questline, and is one of only 2 weapons in the entire game that is chambered in the almighty 338 Lapua Magnum. Before we begin, today's video is sponsored by Outplayed, a fantastic video capture app that lets you easily record your raids, which I'm always saying is an incredibly insightful tool for improving your game, and doubly so with your deaths. Outplayed supports 300 games, but for Tarkov specifically, it records each raid automatically as a separate video file, cutting out the stash organisation in between and saving you hard drive space, as well as giving you the option to bookmark sections while in raid as you go with a hotkey, such as after a really big fight, so you don't have to hunt around for it later on. Afterwards, you can use the inbuilt video editor to cut the video just to the section that you want and share it directly to Twitter, Discord, YouTube or Reddit from within the app itself to show your friends or the wider world. Do check it out, the link for the app is down in the description and the pinned comment. So back to the AXMC, to get access to this weapon you need to have Jaeger 4 and have completed the Huntsman Path Peacekeeper, which is the quest to kill the scav boss Shturman and successfully extract with his key. While this isn't that easy for the regular player, it's much more feasible than unlocking the other 338 weapon, the Mark 18, which requires 25 Shturman kills, so count yourself lucky. Once completed, you can purchase the AXMC from Jaeger for 228,000 rubles. Straight off the bat, you can see that this thing has insane accuracy. With a starting MOA of 0.37 and a slightly higher 0.39 when using the 338 suppressor on the AXMC, this compares to our previous winner, the SV98, which had 0.56 when suppressed, before any ammo bonuses were taken into account. I.e., the AXMC has 30% better accuracy than even the second most accurate weapon. This means that if you're aiming at the middle of someone's head and you're zeroed correctly, you should never miss due to inaccuracy until over about 600 meters, which is kind of bonkers. In terms of modding, there's not a great deal that you can do with this weapon, but for bolties, we're looking at ergonomics to improve our ADS speed, and weight, which primarily increases the length of time that we can hold in the ADS position, but it also has a small impact on ADS speed too. By default, the AXMC starts at 25 ergo and 5.79 kilograms, and it comes with the AXMC pistol grip. It is technically possible to replace this with the AR-style pistol grip adapter, which means that we can then use the Grau S, which improves ergonomics by 9 overall and only fractionally increases the weight. Slightly painfully, this removes all of the other components, so we have to build it all the way back up again, and unless you want to have a bunch of tactical devices and that kind of thing, the minimum usable weapon gets to here. One surprising thing is that you may not be able to buy the grip adapter at all, as it's fleet only, and as it turns out, incredibly rare. When I went to build this gun for the first time, I was not actually able to because there were 0 offers on the market for this critical piece. Now, in a previous video about snipers, I've touched on the issue of detachable stocks, as sometimes we have a rather bizarre choice to make. In Tarkov, these only provide ergonomics and recoil benefits and do very little else to the weapon, and for a bolt action, we don't care about the recoil. So for some guns like the SV98, there is a fairly compelling reason to remove the stock completely, because you can use it without one and it comprises a significant portion of the weapon's overall weight, with only a small ergonomics benefit when attached. The shooting prowess of the weapon is completely unchanged between the 2 versions, which is really where the issue lies here and probably should be fixed by BSG, but nevertheless the game incentivizes to make the choice at the moment. With the AXMC, we have to decide whether we'd rather have 4 extra ergonomics, but with half a kilo of weight added on. To me at least, it seems to make no practical difference either way. In testing, I got just under an extra second of arm stamina by removing it when unsuppressed, and it cost us 1 frame of ADS speed. When suppressed, it seemed to make no difference to the arm stamina at all, and again cost us 1 frame. So if you do want to save weight purely for the rest of the kit, then feel free to go ahead and remove it. In fact, because the suppressor removes 30 ergonomics, it's not really worth even using the pistol grip adapter and custom grip either, because trying to pump up the ergo as much as possible whilst using a scope still only gets you to the low single digits. Here we've got the Grau attached, as well as the 2 Chris irons, the stock and the Geisley ring, which gives half an ergo for the mount and half for the top cap, which comes to 3 ergo total and an ADS speed of 23 frames or nearly 400 milliseconds, which is a very, very long time. In reality, it's even worse than this, because this is just measuring the reticle as it appears within the scope and is technically aimable, but because of the extreme weight of this gun, we still have the overswing to contend with as well before the weapon is stable. If you did want to go unsuppressed, the PSR break with the thread protector gets to 36 ergonomics and 14 frames of ADS speed, with somewhat less overswing because of the lower weight, which feels a lot better, but clearly you're going to be ringing the dinner bell whenever you fire this. My advice would be not to stay in the same place after each shot. Regarding ammunition, clearly this is where the weapon shines. For 338 Lapua there are 4 different cartridges, but to be honest you'd only ever use 2 of them. TAC-X and UCW are simply too low in penetration to be useful, as even 32 won't deal with class 4 armour. Maybe TAC-X is a 2-shot to the legs with the frag chance, but with the current strange behaviour of fragmentation I wouldn't count on it, plus there seems little point versus using FMJ. FMJ is the mainstay of the caliber and you can buy it from Peacekeeper 4, although only 20 at a time, so start stocking up if you want to use this one in the future. This is a very good bullet, with 122 damage and 47 penetration, which is coincidentally the same pen as 7.62 BP, but with over double the damage. Practically speaking, this means that you should have a 55% chance to one-shot any PMC to the thorax wearing class 5 armour, and although this decreases to 40% at 100 meters due to the pen chance drop-off, FMJ should still retain enough damage to kill in one shot even with the armour mitigation. Against class 6 is another story though. FMJ's 47 is not very good in the context of slicks and hex grids and only gives a 1.1% chance to pen on hit 1, which is unfortunate. Also important to remember is that armour damage is related to penetration specifically, not actual damage, so the high flesh of the rounds doesn't help. You'd certainly have to hit them a few times before getting through on the higher armours. On the slick this is shot 3, although on the TTSK rig it is only shot 2 because of the lower durability. Stepping up to AP is not really possible, which is unfortunate because it's an insane cartridge and practically one-shots even through class 6 because it has an incredible penetration value of 79. The reason you're unlikely to get any is it's another one of these find in raid only ammos, which are incredibly rare and there are no barters or purchases available at the traders. Perhaps this is for the best, as with 115 damage and 79 pen, it's practically the best round in the entire game, at least that you can get for a weapon that can be carried in the hands of a PMC. So next up, let's see how it performed in a few raids. There's a little divot down there, which is not terrible. It sounds like people are fighting at med camp. You can go up like this bit. You don't need to go over onto the actual main rock. You can be like in here. And down here, you're not necessarily going to be counter sniped as much down here, I don't think. And I could be wrong. I could just insta die, but seeing if I can see any movement first and foremost, just out in the fields and stuff. I mean, this is an ungodly distance. Like 500 meters. People do travel through here, through this section. That's 125. Okay, so that rock is 125. So if anybody's like around spine, we can kill them there. Okay. Let's just trace this dude, yeah? See if he stops. And at some point I'm just gonna have to shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot in this section, I think. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm not sure if that was a headshot or not. We need to leave though. We'll find out in a sec. All right, let's go this side then. Well, let's just find out if it was shootable. Hey, it was a headshot. Nice. I hear some shots maybe in the sawmill, so maybe we can like pop over to the other side of this because we were on one side of it. Like we weren't actually on Sniper Rock itself. Because we've got Meldonin on, we've got a little bit of extra like weight capacity, which is kind of cool. What are they worth? 80? 80k? Ow. Good, good, good. Please, no. Now I've gone and blown me cover. And that's the value of having an actual gun. It's a bit misty now. Bit far. I know. Down here. I don't know what that was or who that was. If that was even anybody. No, okay. It wasn't a PMC. Ah! But just go for it. Maybe it's just a scav, but they were fighting somebody. Oh. We need to get higher again. I possibly shouldn't have shot him either. Intensive beef mode. There's someone. They're going to come out here in a minute. I've given myself away now. Time to go. I think you're sniper scav? They actually might, yeah. 2 headshots on it. Yeah, I can't seem to connect. I should have taken that SKS. Just in case there was scavs around here. I don't know, I just think it was... That ain't ideal. Right, tactical withdraw. Rotate though. Yeah, we got a second set of shots on them. Now, I reckon these guys are going to Northern UN. I got a little bit of cover from people, but I don't know where these boys are. Let's go into village. I normally find food up in this little container. Hey, pineapple juice. Embarrassing to get headshot while I was drinking pineapple juice, isn't it? Now we got a little bit more time now. So what's the actual time that we need to be? 20 minutes. Okay, we've got loads of time. 20 minutes is fine for outskirts. I wonder where these boys went. I'd love to know. Love to know where they went. I'm half tempted to go up there again, but I think those guys are long gone. They've had enough getting shot at by me from like 3 different approaches. So yes, you're gonna put a bayonet straight through a packer. A packer ain't stopping your. Interesting. That's like over here. Keep an eye out. Oh. What was that? Was that a laser? I feel like there was a laser. And now I'm scared. Oh, this bit is always a bad position to be in. Oh my god! No chance. What's that man's wearing? Okay, you're pretty hurt here. Oh god, look at our energy. Gotta drink another. Got chug another 20 kvass. And let's get this leg healed up at least. That was a gnarly shot, that was. Oh, that really hurts, doesn't it? Oh well. We're just gonna have to go for it, see if we can loot the dude. Want that, but we'll take this. Gas welders. Oh, no, I don't think I can do that while I do this, can I? Search for this. That and that. Right, that'll do. Right. Fix the stomach. Yeah, I know. I'm going to fix it down here. Oh, that's bad. Bad times. Yeah, and then we do golden star, because then we'll be okay with energy. What in God's name is happening? My helmet deflected something. Oh my God. We need this fixed now. Fix that. Search this. Right, there's a hot rod. Raven! Get rid of that. Take this. Drink this. Right, that will do. Right. Oh, I need to fix my leg again. I've got that, like, I'm not sure whether it's a bug. That weird thing where when you run, it's like it really super damages you. I think what we're going to do is we're going to find a nice bush, and we are actually going to fix our leg. Just because I can't really run with this properly at all. Right, it was definitely outskirts, wasn't it? That scav at the end with the helmet on, he didn't hear me because he was wearing that stupid helmet. Like, I take that helmet off, even if I'm going to keep it on the say on like a factory run, where you're just going to like sprint to the extract. I just put it in my bag. Yeah, the Jessa, he didn't even hear me at all, because that thing is just like so atrocious. Right, we're going to sprint this last bit because I think we should have enough stamina just to do this last section. I don't like approaching it from this side really. Like, often I'll cross over and then approach it from the other side, because even though it starts disappearing here, like, you're open to all this stuff. Like, on the other side, you're kind of in foliage, you know? Hey, what a raid, eh? That was the raid that I was looking for. Next, go and check out my video on the lightest sniper rifles in Tarkov. Otherwise, as usual, a big shout out to all my patrons. Hit all the buttons if you enjoyed the video, and as always, have fun in your raids.